And the people who grab and leverage attention the best are winning. Okay. And I think that right now, I think our girl Loren is winning. Okay. Now, is she a Black woman caught up in this corporate ping pong game? Yes, she is. But she is also taking her purse and filling it to the best of her ability, not just with whatever they're paying her. She is leveraging this attention to grow her personal brand. And baby, that's how you do it. It's 2025. Let's talk about working from home, health and wellness, building an online brand, and give some commentary on our crazy culture. All from a Black Gen X woman's perspective. Hey friends, hey, it's Denise Renee. Hey friends, hey, it's Denise Renee. And ciao, I think we should all be Loren LoRosa. You hear me? So in the wee hours of the morning, I come across this crazy behind video on YouTube. Loren LoRosa and Just Hilarious doing a remix. I'm sorry. Because it's so unserious. Doing a little remix of Brandy and Monica talking about the job is my child. I even left a comment to basically say the unseriousness of this all. So I was like, y'all mean to tell me that this was all a scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the BS? Okay, y'all. I mean, listen, I understand this is what you have to do, right? You have attention on something, and so you capitalize on the attention. And from that perspective, I can't be mad. But let's take a look at this more seriously. And, I'm not going to go into the commentary about the whole situation. If you're anywhere online and you follow Black media spaces, you know all the commentary. I'm not going to repeat that. If you're interested in my opinion, it is simply this. I think that they were playing in Jess's face for sure. 100% they were playing in her face, the on-air talent and the behind-the-scenes executives. And I also think that there is room for the four of them. So, yeah, be that as they may, Jess and Loren are different people and they bring different things to that show. And I think that everyone can sit at the table and play nice and do their jobs if they so choose, right? If they so choose. So that's that on that. I thought I saw something from Angela Yee yesterday. She did an interview. I'll link it below. She was saying where basically when she left the show, they talked about having a fourth person. So, corporate listen, corporate be playing games. I said what I said. So, but let me get to the point of why I wanted to just talk about Loren LoRosa and why I think we should all be Loren LoRosa. Now, first of all, I will confess and say that I did not know Loren before. I didn't know her work on TMZ because I never really watched TMZ beyond whatever clips they may, put out. But I wasn't watching the show or anything like that. So if it was a viral topic that was going on and TMZ had the clip or had the interview, I would watch that and that was it. But I was not watching the show regularly. So I did not know her from there. I just discovered Loren in my YouTube feed maybe about 2 years ago or so. I discovered her vlog. I thought she was really interesting and compelling. And then she talked about something one day and she was like, yeah, the Breakfast Club. I was like, wait a minute. You that girl that was on the Breakfast Club? So I remember when they were interviewing different people. And honestly, I'm going to be honest. I was never a big Breakfast Club fan in the beginning. But I did used to watch them on YouTube a little bit regularly. I found the people that they were interviewing interesting. And of course, there would be viral clips, whatever. And I really loved the balance that Angela Yee brought to the table. And frankly, when she left, I stopped watching. And when I would only watch if either A, it was an interview of somebody I was interested in or hearing from, or B, if that host was really interesting or something popped off. And so I was like, okay, let me go see, what they're talking about. But I did find myself watching the episodes when Loren was there more often. And I left some comments in her, in her YouTube videos on her channel. And I was like, girl, rooting for you. You're doing a great job. I really hope that you get the job. Well, she didn't get the job. And I moved on, right? So she's still doing her thing. She's building her own media empire as an independent person, independent contractor. And hold on to that thought, because that's where I'm going. And then she popped back up. I was like, oh, she feeling okay. So again, I started watching The Breakfast Club again when she was on, because I enjoy her conversation. All right. Now, full disclosure, I am a writer. Okay. So I love me a good journalist. I love a good, intelligent conversation about any topic. I am here for it. Don't be confused by my, Black girl intonations. Okay. She can speak the Queen's English and write the Queen's English when she gets ready. In fact, my business is all about helping other people to write books. So if you want to learn more about that, head on over to my other YouTube channel, which is at Writing with Denise Renee. I'll link it in the description box for you. Okay. So anyway, listen, me over here at It's Denise Renee, this is where I let my hair down. Okay. I leave my corporate voice, I hang it up with the headset. Okay. When I'm not on for the people's jobs. And, I speak the way I want to, because every now and then you might hear me come out my Caribbean voice as well. So you just gotta get it all. Anyhow, this is my point. All right. Loren came back and I was like, oh, okay, all right, she filling in. All right, so I was paying attention. Then Jess came back and then Jess crashed out. And I was like, well, right? So, and everything that happened. And so my opinion is, I'm like, okay, well, there's room for 4, but however y'all work this out, whatever. So it gave them a little bit of buzz there for a little bit. We'll see how the numbers continue to play out. And then it was announced that Loren got her podcast. I don't know if that was already in the works or if they were just like, well, let's just go ahead and do this now. Or this was a scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the BS and roll out her podcast, because, we wouldn't have known, right? Without this drama. Frankly, I kind of suspect that maybe, I don't think they plan to have Jess crash out, but, she did what she did and they took the opportunity. And that's what it is about. Like, again, I can't be mad for taking advantage and taking, like, hey, this happened. Okay, well, let's air it out on air and let's just get these ratings and views and get the attention and leverage that attention for something else. That is the social media game. That is the game that we are in right now. We are in an attention market, and the people who grab and leverage attention the best are winning. Okay. And I think that right now, our girl Loren is winning. Okay. Now, is she a Black woman caught up in this corporate ping pong game? Yes, she is. But she is also taking her purse and filling it to the best of her ability, not just with whatever they're paying her, because in my opinion, allegedly, this is my opinion, allegedly opinion, right? I don't know what she's getting paid. I don't know what any of the hosts are getting paid. My suspicion is that Charlemagne is the highest paid. Envy is the next highest paid. I don't think that show would go beyond the two of them. Like, if either of them were like, I'm done, I think the show would be canceled. I think they would cancel the show. I don't think that they would do the show without the two of them. But it seems to be that the Black female position is rotatable. Anyhow, we're not going to get into that cultural commentary on today. But anyhow, Jess has a contract. Okay. At the end of the day, she has a contract. I don't know how long the contract is, but she has a contract. I'm sure she famously or infamously talked about, she had to negotiate it to get it to where she wanted it to be. And rightfully so. They should pay her, because what she brings to them is her social media audience. All right. And yes, she has worked hard and to build up that audience, to give her, the platform that she has. And they would not have chosen her without said platform, because I'm sure they looked at Loren and was like, okay, she's got the great journalism. She's got the great background. She's got the TMZ stuff, but her audience is not as big as Jess's, right? Like at that time. So they made a business decision, and Jess made a business decision as well she should. So she has a contract. So the on-air talent, I'm guessing that the on-air talent, they are the most paid. I doubt very seriously that Jess's contract touches Charlemagne's contract. I'm sure it does not. But anyway, and I think because if you've been in corporate long enough, if you know, you know. Corporate is going to low ball you, okay? So I don't know. And, Loren, listen, I ain't mad at that girl. She came out with the flex. I don't know if Jess caught it in the moment. I'm sure she caught it when she played it back. But Loren said, yeah, and you my on-air talent. I said, woohoo, woohoo. Sips tea. I was like, girl, not you, I'm the producer and you my talent. But anyway, anyway, that was that was good corporate shade, baby. But anywho, so I doubt very seriously that Loren's contract or whatever, her employment agreement is, I doubt that it even touches Jess's. However, Loren is still winning, right? Like I'm not trying to count anybody's pocket. Well, yeah, okay. I'm trying to, no. So I'm not trying to put numbers to this, but I'm just saying if I was corporate, I would bring in this other person as low ball as I can low ball, and they will negotiate for whatever they negotiate, and it is what it is. But here's where I think that Loren is winning, no matter how much she's being paid, whether she's being paid more, I don't care. She is winning because she came in building her brand, and they know she is building her brand. Brown girl, I can't speak. Brown girl grinding, right? If nothing else, even if Loren did not come back on Monday morning, the amount of attention she has gotten from this, and I'm sure that her numbers in view and her cachet is going up. She is leveraging this attention to grow her personal brand. And baby, that's how you do it. Listen, get paid. Let corporate pay you to grow your personal brand as you show off how excellent you are. Loren is auditioning right now for her next opportunities. I am not mad at this young lady. I don't know how young or old she is, but she is a wise woman. And I'm going to tell you, as a 51-year-old Black woman who has flirted with corporate America, who has flirted with her own business ventures, who has had times of being totally in corporate America. And like right now, I have one foot in corporate America and one foot building my business. I'm like, Loren, you go, girl. You are my shero. You are my role model. Okay. I have no ego when it comes to, oh, I'm 51 and I know everything. Child, I do not know everything. I am still learning. The minute I don't learn is the minute I am no longer on this side of earth. Okay. I could be my mom's age. I won't shout out her age. So let's go higher. I could be 91 years old. I'm still going to be learning something from somebody. I don't care how old, young, or whatever. From a baby. Babies have things to teach us. So I have no ego about who I learn from. If somebody is doing something with excellence, if someone knows a particular area of expertise that I just don't have, I'm learning from them on period. I don't care who you are or what you look like. For example, one of my favorite YouTubers to watch who is teaching me about how to grow a business online as a writer is a guy named Dan Coe. Now, this baby, I could be his mama. I think he's 26 or 27 years old, and he's a white man, okay? I don't care. He's got information that I don't have, and he is doing what I would love to do at a level I would love to do it at. So guess what? I'm learning from him, okay? Okay. So I think that we should all be Loren LoRosa. Build your brand. Come into your next corporate situation with them knowing that you is building your brand, right? You're building your business. You're building when we go to these jobs, we are exchanging our time, our talent, our everything for the measly little cut of the profits. Whatever they paying us, baby, they are making 25, 35, 500,000 times more than whatever they are giving us to help them get richer, right? So we should be able to extract, if we're not going to extract all of the profits, we should be able to extract other assets from the exchange. And baby, Listen, hats off to Loren. I am still following her. Now I'm more interested in following her because I have always liked her ever since I discovered her. But I'm loving this come up. I'm loving this come up for her. So I know she's already in the back of her mind. She's like, look, every time I show up on this screen prepared, every time they talk about how, I speak or how, I interview guests and how the guests turn around and say, yeah, Loren was great. Da-da-da. Like I love me some Kev on stage and the stage crew. And I didn't know that he was going to, I know I'm in the Patreon and I wasn't paying attention. So I didn't know that he was going on Sherry Shepherd and the Breakfast Club. And then I just saw his interview pop up in my feed. But then he was talking about it in, I don't remember if it was a public podcast or one of the private ones, but he was like, yeah, he was talking about his time on the Breakfast Club. And he was like, yeah, Loren was great. She had some great questions, but he had great positive things to say about her. And I've seen that elsewhere online where people really talk positively about her. Listen, listen, there is nothing like having other people speak positively of you. So ladies, gentlemen, wherever you are in life, whether you are young like Loren, whether you are midlife like me, whether you are starting over at 65, whatever it is, listen, leverage the corporate brand, leverage the corporate game. Make sure you are gaining for yourself, for your own personal brand. Years ago, it was like taboo to even go into a job and hint that you had your own business or that you were an entrepreneur, or that you were building a personal brand. Now, this is how people are getting found. This is how corporations are finding their next talent, saying, oh, this person was speaking at this event, this conference. Let's see if they can come in and be our contractor and train our people and do this. Oh, let's see if we can offer them this C-suite position to come and redo our marketing. Listen, Pat McGrath, which I don't know why nobody didn't know that Pat McGrath is a Black woman. But anyway, yeah, Pat McGrath now has a job with LVMH, right? Louis Vuitton, that she's going to be doing their makeup, even though she has her own business. Listen, yes, Pat McGrath, you go get them billions, right? To be their creative director on their new luxury line and keep your business. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So we should all be Loren LoRosa. We should all be Pat McGrath. Be excellent at what you do. Build your personal brand online. It takes time. It takes time. But baby, it is worth it. Your future self will thank you. So come on, y'all. Let's go all be Loren LoRosa. Let's build our brands. Let's get what we need to get from these corporations. And when it's time to move on, we will be in such an amazing position for our next opportunity. I'll talk to y'all later.